House Democrats unveiled a $28 million emergency spending bill this week to address the shortage of infant formula in the U.S. The House expected to take up the emergency spending measure later this week.
Now, representatives say the money will prevent fraudulent products from getting onto store shelves and will help acquire better data on the marketplace. In the meantime, some Central Texans are scrambling to find baby formula. KVUE's Natalie Haddad shares the story of a Cedar Park mother feeling double the stress to make sure her babies are fed.
For Hannah Wilson's family, their biggest problem started in February when a recall on certain baby formulas were made and her dairy-intolerant twin boys were only 4 months old.
Because of that, we really only had maybe 3 or 4 options of formula. And so like a lot of other parents having to switch, we then went down to very, very little options.
A holistic coach for the last 7 years, Wilson knows the importance of feeding babies what's good for their bellies, and she goes great lengths to find even a few cans of formula. Her twins going through a single can every 2 days.
I often will call about 10 different HEBs trying to find ones that have gotten stock in, and usually none of them do. Occasionally I'll find one, but I oftentimes have to drive up to an hour away to be able to get that formula. So it's been kind of heartbreaking, to say the least.
On Wednesday, Texas Children's Hospital said they advise parents not to seek alternatives, such as a stranger's breast milk online, to feed your babies, noting there are infection risks. The hospital also advises from making your own formula.
And if it's not done under strict guidance and expertise, the baby, and again, we're talking about, very little babies, it doesn't take much to affect them, can have severe problems with, anemia, kidney problems. It can be very, very dangerous.
Wilson says at the moment, she recognizes she is better off than some.
And my brother, as soon as the shortages started to happen, he actually sent me a huge case from Amazon. And without that, we wouldn't have any at this moment. So we're really lucky that we got that.
But when her supply, good for another 2 weeks, runs out, she and her husband will need a new plan.
Truly, just what are we going to do? I mean, we don't know at that point, what it's going to come down to.